Hey, YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
And weird position. Okay. Anyways, today we'll be doing the season review for Black Lightning. Finally.
Yeah, season 1.
I kept wanting to say finally, but then I kept talking, and then
I thought you were gonna say The Flash.
No, finally kept wanting.
Else going.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing that.
I don't know. My computer's been weird too lately. But yeah. So Black Lightning, guys. Black Lightning was amazing.
It was.
It was so amazing.
Especially like the last part of it, because like I only watched the up to the first 5 episodes, and then got caught up like last week and saw the rest of it. I was getting really into it. I'm like, these are really good. Like,
no,
you know. And then like one of the girls' names is Jennifer, and you know, the younger one. Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I just like how they all kind of, I know she didn't want to embrace her powers at first, but I like how when she buys, like, how important it was because she saved Black Lightning's life, that, like, they needed to have, that it was necessary, and they needed to have that. And I just like how much of a team they are working together with their powers to help the city of Freeland. So I think that's pretty cool.
I think that I agree with everything you said, and I think that Jennifer can be more powerful.
Yeah,
like cause she whatever their friend's name is, like you said, she's a battery.
Oh, Gamby.
Gamby.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Gibbsy.
Gamby.
Similar
Gamby.
is Gamby.
Yeah.
Okay. So like how he said she's a battery, and I'm like, okay, so that's gonna be really awesome when like she just embraces her power. And then no, she embraces her power to give her dad like the electroshock to bring him back, and to like she overpowered herself so that he could get his abilities back. Like I'm like, okay, I mean that works too.
Yeah.
But like I want to see you shoot lightning from your hands. Like I want to see you be lightning. Which I think that's her character is lightning. And no, she's thunder.
Oh yeah, thunder. Okay.
I think Jennifer is lightning.
Yeah.
And
that would make
like
sense.
It's
well, I mean, isn't Black Lightning already lightning though?
No, he's Black Lightning.
Oh, okay.
Lightning is different from lightning, and lightning is a female character. So that's pretty cool. I don't know much about her. I watched a thing explaining the abilities on Black Lightning like before I finished the last half of the season. Which
well,
I
it's funny
finished
because like it shows like I knew that you had watched the last 3 before I had, because it showed on the time thing, like your little thing next to it, like you'd seen it, and I was like, oh, like I wanted to be done, but I just had other things happening.
Yeah, no, like before I finished it, I'd seen that video, and I was like, okay, so this is gonna be cool. So I expected more from her, and then that's what we got. So I was kind of let down by that, but it was also pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a huge letdown; it was just a small one. But whatever. And it occurred to me when I was watching the final episode, the second to last episode, that like I'd heard her sister's name, Thunder, a lot.
Yeah.
But it didn't occur to me that it was Thunder and Lightning. And like for me, it's not like
that didn't really occur to me either. I didn't actually think about that until you just said that.
I wasn't really thinking like the nature aspect of it.
Yeah.
Which like got me.
Which probably not a lot of people do think about it like that.
Yeah. But like I was thinking about it like that because it made me remember Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Like the original, like the Teen Titans cartoon show.
Right.
And not the Go, but the other one. And there were these brothers who attacked, and they were Thunder and Lightning. And I was like, that's my only experience with Thunder and Lightning, and I was like, is that what they're supposed to be? Or
off
is
topic,
this
but apparently if the Teen Titans Go movie does well, they might bring back the original Teen Titans.
Yes.
Which I'm like,
right? I mean, you have to finish what they already have.
I do.
Which we can find on YouTube.
But they're 30 minutes, so it doesn't take as long as something that's like an hour.
Yeah. Which is nice. I really want you to get to the Raven story arc. It's amazing. The whole Trigon thing, it's awesome. Yes.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Now I have the prophecy running through my head.
But yeah, and then like just Tobias and the fact like the way that he's so intent on killing him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, dang, dude.
Like, I get that he saw Tobias kill his dad, but
and then like all those people being kidnapped and then frozen, like cryogenically frozen. I'm like, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah, I mean, they want to create a super soldier. They basically want Captain America in the DC universe. That's what they want. And they want lots of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to acquire all the abilities and then find a way so that the hosts don't die. Apparently Black Lightning is the only one who survived. And it's like, why?
What do you think of the woman who works at the school, like, working with those people?
I did not see that coming.
I didn't either. But she is like the technology person at the school. So she keeps like track of all of that stuff. So I mean, her talking to them through like an encrypted thing would make sense that she'd be doing that.
Yeah. But like how she's second guessing everything, and even if she did find out that he was Black Lightning, I think she'd still second guess everything because she has legitimate feelings for him, and I think that's gonna play a part in season 2,
where she has feelings for
Black Lightning.
Oh,
yeah. And so I mean, not Black Lightning, but I'm forgetting his name.
Tobias?
No.
Oh,
the Black Lightning's name.
Oh, Jefferson.
Yeah. Okay, because all I hear is Dad.
Jefferson Pierce.
Okay. Like, because she has feelings for Jeff, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, I think that next season we'll see a switch in her, and then she'll do the same thing Gambi did. Is like she'll turn on them and help Black Lightning and his team, fight against that corporation. But I mean, and technically, like Gambi said, the guy went rogue. So the corporation's probably no longer funded by the government.
Right.
So technically speaking, she's out of the job now anyways, because he's dead.
Yeah.
So...
But I mean, that one guy who was like the head of the green light stuff, like I've seen him on other things, but he was so mean on this. Like, he was so evil.
And that was his character.
I know, but still, like... Dang.
Yeah, I think I've seen him on something else.
He was on, he had like a small arc on Chicago Med for a little bit. Like, he was like a mentor doctor to Tom, the guy who played Tommy. And his character, like, he was like a higher up heart surgeon, and he kind of looked up to him, and he was like mentoring him. But anyway, that's what I know him from. He's been in other things though. But yeah, he was bad on this.
Yeah.
Evil. Yeah. And then, like, Gambi and everything that we found out about him and how, Jeff was hurt by it. And
I think Jeff took it a little too far.
Yeah.
I mean, not just a little too far, but a lot too far.
Right.
Like, it's not Gambi's fault that his dad died. Gambi leaked him the information so that he could do something... with it, but his dad chose to name names.
Right.
His dad chose to do what, like, a reporter shouldn't have done in that situation. So it's his dad's fault that he's dead, not Gambi's. And, I mean, I guess I can see, like, if I was in his shoes, I might blame Gambi, but Gambi has made up for it.
Right, he has.
He took him in and raised him, And he was not all for him becoming a superhero, but when he decided to do it, he backed him up. You know, like, he wanted to protect Jefferson. Like, that was his whole thing, is just protecting him. And I think that he should have, you know, like, been responsive to that. You know, Gambi has done nothing but protect his family since day one.
Yeah.
And I think that Jeff should have put that into account.
I think that's his name, Jefferson.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's on IMDb. It says Black Lightning. It doesn't say the other name, so I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah. So yeah, that's my opinion on the whole Gambi
No, like
thing.
I agree.
I think
mean,
it's stupid.
You know, because he made up for it too, like in those last few episodes where, you know, he helped them and he, you know, he asked him if he could. He's like, I can't forgive you, but he's like, I know what you've done for, like, I know everything you've done for me, and I can't forget that. I might not be able to forgive you right now, but I still know that you're a good person, and I trust you because, you know, of what you've done for my family and for me.
Yeah. So. Like, he said, I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive you or trust you in the same way, but I'm going to try and figure out a way so that we can work together.
Yeah.
But I think his kids and his wife see it from the way we're looking at it, whereas Jeff just has a hard time doing anything. And I think that Gambi killing the green light guy was, I think, I mean, it was the right call. Like, I don't fault him for it, but I think a part of Jeff does.
Yeah.
Like, you did that in front of my kids. Like, I don't kill people.
Right.
And you just killed someone in front of my children. Like, I think that really got to him.
Oh, to Black Lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so far he's made it a point not to kill him.
Oh, when Gambi did that to that guy?
Yeah. And so I think that bothered him. And I think that that's going to carry over into next season. Because they didn't have a chance to deal with it
and then friggin' last scene of the last episode where Tobias opened that box. Like, what was that? And he does look totally albino. He looks like a redheaded albino.
Yeah. Ow.
It's so funny.
I mean, that's the character.
I know, it's just weird, because he's, like, so pale.
Yeah. I wonder if he really is albino, or if they just, like, colored him.
I don't know. He seems like he is.
Yeah. I mean, he probably, like, I know that they probably could color him to make him look that way, but if they did that, then that would, I think that would be, like, a huge, like, just, like, slap in the face of people. Like, they call things blackfacing. I think that'd be, like, really, like, a lot like that, you know, just, like, white facing, but not that, like, I have an issue with that.
Right.
But to color a black person white, I think would...
Well, they used to do also back, like, a long, long time ago, blackface, where they would
that's what I was...
white and
blackfacing.
Make them,
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But, like...
they would do acts with that.
So, I think that if they did, like, just color him that way, then that would...
I think, though, because it looked like the picture on IMDb, like, it looked like he was very, very light, like, pale. So, he probably already is like that.
Right. Which is a good thing.
Yeah. Or he could have a skin disease, too.
Yeah. Yeah, he could. But most of the people with the skin disease...
Like a pigmentation thing.
Yeah. But most of the people that just have, like, it in places don't have it over, like... It's,
well, I mean, that's what happened to Michael Jackson, though.
Yeah, that was mostly placement.
No, he actually had a skin issue.
Okay, well, I know that, like, most of it was, like, plastic surgery because something happened.
Well, some of it was, like, the nose stuff. But, like, I mean, the other areas of his skin, like, I think he did. I don't remember what it was called, but he did.
Well, yeah, no, like I've had friends with that issue.
Yeah.
And I mean, not that it's an issue. Like I think.
No, I know. It's just I don't remember what it's called.
Right. Like, I mean, it's fine. It's just something that happens.
Yeah.
Like, so, but I don't think that would have been his thing, because the dude is supposed to be an albino person, and so this would mean that there can't be any color on him.
Right.
So
he could just be really pale too. I don't think that he's albino, but he just looks very light.
Yeah.
Like even in the picture on here, like.
Yeah, no. I can't tell. I think he's albino. I don't know.
There's not much information.
Yeah. So yeah, then there's the whole
I'm also glad that like his wife or his ex-wife,
yeah, I was just gonna touch on that,
is embracing it, like is letting him be that. Because, you know, he has to. He can't just stand by and let the people of Freeland be doing, you know, have all these things happen and be in danger and everything. So the fact that she's, you know, letting him do that, even though he still could get hurt and die or whatever, I think is really good on her part, because if she didn't, it would drive them apart again. And, you know, and now that, like, Anissa and Jennifer know that they have powers, they all kind of need to have their powers, because then they can work together as a family team.
Right. I think that they're probably going to get back together. But it's going to take a lot more time than it was initially going to, because Jennifer had to open her big mouth and tell her dad that Mom's trying to fix me, when that's not what she was trying to do. And he's not listening to what she's saying.
Right.
Like, she's trying to explain that's not what I was doing.
Yeah.
And he's not having it. So he needs to grow up. Like, I don't know, that just pisses me off.
No, yeah.
And
I mean, yeah, you want to listen to your daughter, but at the same time, like, she was your wife.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
and she's a doctor.
Right. Like, she knows what she was doing. Your daughter misinterpreted what she was saying.
Right.
That is not her fault. That is Jennifer's fault.
Right.
Like, her misinterpretation is on her.
Yeah.
Not on his wife.
Right.
And so he has no right to do that, because his wife knows what she's talking about, because it's all scientific. Your daughter is like, oh yeah, Mom's doing something to me, so she's trying to fix me.
Yeah, no.
It's like, no, she's trying to understand what makes your abilities part of you.
Right. She's not trying to take that away.
Right.
And like, even when she was saying she didn't want them, she was telling her to embrace them.
Yeah.
She wasn't telling her, oh yeah, I can just totally remove them for you and you can be a normal person.
It's part of your DNA.
It's part of who you
DNA.
are.
Yeah.
Like, it is just in the family. It is in the blood. And you are going to have these powers whether you want them or not.
Right. Like, if there was one person who she could fix, it would have been Jeff.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't born with those abilities. They were given to him through medicine. So that would have been fixable.
Yeah.
But this is now in the DNA of your children.
So,
you can't fix that. All the people in the tubes, she could fix and get them healthy again by taking out what's killing them.
Which is the green light.
Which is the green light, which is the abilities, the powers. If you took that out,
like Khalil, like Jennifer's boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he went crazy.
Well, he's not taking green light.
I know, but he's working with the bad people.
Yeah, because he owes them because he's stupid. And I think she should have broken up with him sooner.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah, and I liked at the end too when they just like, when they were saying, you know, it's a gift from God, like we were given this and we need to protect these people and like all of that stuff. And I don't know, I really like it. I like how different it is. I like that it's not your typical superhero show that you see on television.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's for people, you know, that can relate, that are the way they are. And So, I mean, but anybody can watch it and relate to it. It doesn't matter what color you are or whatever.
Yeah, and, like, I like that, like, Anissa is, like, gay.
Yeah.
And, like, that's her name, right? Anissa. Like, I mean, it appeals to everyone that has something that keeps them down.
Right.
Like, whether you're gay, whether you're any type of LGBT,
Right.
or you're colored, or you're Asian, or, you know, you're, like, any different race other than white, and you always feel down because of that, or you're put down because of that. Like, I think that it appeals to all of that, and it appeals to people who, even if you are white or whatever color you are, whether you're accepted in your community or not, like, it appeals to you because there's certain aspects of yourself that you have to hide because you don't think that they'll be accepted in the community.
Right.
And I think that's what this show impacts, is that part of you that you have to hide because it's not acceptable.
Yeah, exactly. And because, like, Freeland is kind of, it's like one of those rough areas, like Harlem or like someplace like that, or like Chicago where there's a lot of things. Yeah, or Oakland here. Like, if you're going by California, Oakland, yes. But yeah, there's a lot of crime, there's a lot of drug stuff, there's those kinds of things. And, you know, you have to, and if only we had superheroes like lightning and thunder to save the day, but we don't. So,
and I really love the closing of the family, like when they were done showing the last moment you saw them, was when Gambi was saying, you know, we should leave town because they will always look for you.
Right.
And it was Jennifer who stood up and was like, we can't let them win. We've already come this far.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hell no. You know? Like,
yeah.
It's like, this is not happening.
It's like, we're in this to win this. Like, this is war, my friend.
Right? Like, in that moment, I was like, she's accepted. She's finally accepted who she is, and she's accepted her powers.
Exactly.
Like,
I think saving her dad's life is what changed it for her. Like, I think that is what made her realize how important her abilities are.
Right.
Because if she hadn't done that, I think she'd still be in the mindset of, well, I'd like to be normal. I'm in high school. I want to just be a normal teenager.
Let's run because we'll be safe.
Yeah, but because she did that for him, I think she's like, okay, this is who I am. I need to embrace this. I need to save people. Like, so I think that's...
Yeah, I think the experience of actually saving someone's life is what...
And her father.
Yeah. That it
and
wasn't
it being
just
her father. Like, it wasn't just a random person. It was her father.
I think she would have made the same decision even if it was a random person.
But I mean, she basically jump-started his heart again. Like, she shocked him with her hands.
Yeah.
Because she has that energy in her.
And I think that it's good because, like, what if they had a fight in an open field? There's no light, there's no electricity around for Black Lightning to draw from. But there's Jennifer. If she's there...
she's basically a beacon of, like, energy. Like, she's got energy and like,
she's the
power running through her body.
So if Jennifer's there, but there's nothing else around, Black Lightning will still be able to, like, power up and use his abilities because he can draw it from her.
Right.
And so I think that that's going to be really important moving forward. And, yeah. Like, what if there's a blackout?
Yeah.
Like,
she'd be like a human generator.
Shoot, they can still watch TV.
I'll be right back. A second. I have to do something really quick.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Okay. I always feel weird when you do this to me. Okay. Well, I'm alone again, guys. Yeah. I think that the whole thing is just... I love the show so much. Like, it draws you in and it just connects with you. And that's what I love about this show. It's new and it's exciting, yes. But it, like, the way it just pulls you in and it keeps you guessing. Like, I think that that's amazing. I think that they should have hidden who the new, like, person was, the new person that took Gambi's place, that turned out to be the like counselor or whatever her position is. I'm not sure. But I think they should have dragged that out a little bit if they had more episodes within their time constraint. I think they probably could have, but I think that's a line that they should have drawn out more, instead of like, oh yes, this person, there's a new one out there, there's a new me out there, you know, and like it's revealed in the next episode. I don't think that was done right. I think that it should have been a little more suspicion in there. Like they should have drawn it out, but I can see how they needed to reveal that so that the storyline could continue.
I had to give somebody something that got something from me, and I didn't want to keep her waiting, so.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, oh my gosh, my feet are burning.
You were outside.
Yes.
It is extremely hot.
And I didn't put shoes on. I'm just like, ow, ow.
Because you did not use your brain.
I would rather be barefoot, I'm sorry.
So, I was explaining how I think they should have drawn out the question of who the mole was.
Oh, yeah.
Because...
Who planted the green light, you mean?
No. I mean, no, who planted the green light was obvious.
Well, yeah.
But, like,
the girl. The girl, yeah.
Yeah, they should have drawn that out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understood, you know, like how.
Like, I think she does feel a lot of guilt about it.
Yeah. Because
he is such a respected person in the community, and he's the principal of the high school, and all that stuff. So, like, a lot of people look up to him, and he's, like, a mentor to the students, and he just wants to make their lives better and everything. And so I think she feels a certain amount of guilt for being a part of that because they want him dead. Mm-hmm. They want to kill him. And she's probably thinking, well, you know, maybe this will be good for me because then I can move up and be principal. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, but then she's also like, well, he's a really good person. I like him. I respect him.
I might be in love with him.
Yeah, and so I don't want to do this. Mm-hmm. So she's kind of like stuck in this trap that she can't get out of.
Yeah.
Because she got herself involved in such a, like, bad thing that if she tries to get out of it, they'll kill her.
Yeah.
So she has to do the job. Because she even told them in that encrypted message, she's like, he's not the target.
Yeah. He's been spotted. He's not the target.
So why are you still after him? And they just kept saying, you need to do your job. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, well, you know, I don't think I want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, like I was saying, you know, like I think that they should have kept who it was hidden. Mm-hmm. Like we should have had more time to guess that it was her. Instead of like Gamby saying, "Oh, you need to be on the lookout for someone who is doing the job I used to do."
Right.
And then the next episode, it's her.
Mm-hmm. Like sometimes I feel like they reveal things so fast now in the CW shows that they should be drawn out longer, and then there's other times where they draw it out for a really long time when they should reveal it sooner.
Like so I think this one should have been drawn out.
Yeah.
But I think that they shouldn't have kept Black Lightning from Jennifer for so long.
Yeah, I agree. I think she should have done that. Because, I mean, Anissa knew.
I mean, Anissa only knew because she's Thunder.
Yeah.
But I think that,
I love how she just, like, stomps her foot down and it goes whoosh.
Yes.
Like, it's so awesome.
Yes. But, like, I think that they should have just told them initially.
Yeah.
Especially when like, he saved their lives.
Right.
Like, I mean, that was the night he came back. I think it should have been obvious who it was.
Yeah.
But...
And then I was so happy that lieutenant or that chief freaking got that guy. Because they just freaking... The guy planted the green light in his car so they could arrest him.
Yeah. Like,
bunch of freaking a-holes.
Yeah. He was just waiting for his opportunity. He was like, I'm gonna get this sucker gone. Like, it should.
Like, I saw that one guy who was searching, and then he, like, looked to see if anybody was looking, and he just stuck it in the trunk, and then he opened it, and he's like, oh, look what we have here. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like 5 pounds of green light.
Like, you know he didn't do that.
Right.
Why would he do that? He has no reason to do that.
And, like, I love how no one believed it.
I know!
Like, everyone was just like, yeah, that's not true.
I mean, considering how respected and, like, admired he is in the community, you'd think people would believe that he didn't do it.
And they did. Like, even his students, who probably were taking green light, was like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And they, like, I love how they just formed the wall. And he's like, let this go. Like,
yeah.
I'll be okay.
And then, like, Jennifer wanted to go, and he's like, no, you need to calm down. You need to stay here.
Because she was gonna explode.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, how Anissa just ran up and went, I'm like, girl, you do that, your cover is low. Like, no.
Yeah, he didn't want any of them to blow their cover. That's why he was like, be calm, it's okay.
Yeah, and it's like, if your cover's blown, my cover's blown, and then everyone in the, like, this is all just no.
And the fact that the police chief was on his side, like, you know.
Well, he wasn't chief yet.
No, I know, but, like, the lieutenant guy was on his side.
I liked that he became chief.
Yeah, me too. He just, I don't know, he reminds me of Martin Luther King. Like, in his face, he just kind of looks like him a little bit. Tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. But, like, I don't know. I feel like his presence is kind of like that. Like, he makes the big speeches, and he's, like, you know, about the community and, you know, the civil rights and those kinds of things. And Anissa was very, like, involved in the causes, and she wanted to, like, wanted her family to be supportive of them and stuff. And so she was rebelling and getting herself in trouble because she was a part of those things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, basically, it's just, that's all I really have. Like, I feel like if I say any more, it's basically going to be repeating.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was really good, and I'm looking forward to season 2.
Yes, I legitimately cannot wait.
And it's actually kind of nice not knowing anything about it ahead of time, because you can kind of, like, form your own thoughts about what you think about a lot of it, instead of just going off stuff that's already there.
Yes.
So it's kind of nice to just come at it from a fresh perspective of, like, never having seen anything related to Black.
I think that was also one of the major appeals that made me really like the show.
Yeah.
Is that I have no idea about any storylines they could do.
Right.
I mean, except for when they bring in Static Shock, which they are trying to do, but they don't own the rights to Static Shock, even though, like, he's a DC character, but he's not, like, he's his own thing, like, because the TV show Static Shock was not connected to anything in the superhero universe, but DC kind of, like, paid to use him. Like, they paid the owners of the Static Shock character and the characters within the show.
Right.
They paid those guys to use him in their universe in the aspects that they did, in the ways that they did in the shows. And so they have to pay them to do that. They don't have the rights to Static Shock or his sidekick or anything. I can't believe I'm forgetting the sidekick's name. He's probably my favorite character.
On Black Lightning?
No, Static Shock.
Oh.
But the whole just, he's basically a Cisco character.
I like those characters.
So they want, like, I think I've read somewhere or something that they wanted to bring Static Shock on. But because Black Lightning, in the DC lore, when they're able to use Static Shock, Black Lightning was his mentor. He trained Static.
That's the sidekick?
Yeah. Richie Foley.
Oh,
Rickstone.
Nice.
Richie. Yes, I loved him. He's the science geek. He made like a pack for his back that gave him armor so he could help Static, who was his best friend.
Oh.
Which is awesome because they're in high school. And
I mean, we'll also probably find out a lot about like what they're gonna do in season 2 at the panel, probably for Comic-Con stuff too, because I'm sure all the CW ones are gonna be there, so we'll learn about that stuff too.
Yeah. I'm just not sure if he'll do it this season.
Yeah,
because he has to train Lightning.
What I'm wondering though is if season 2 is gonna be a 13 episode season like the first season was, or if it's gonna be a full season.
Well, I mean, it seems like they're kind of Legends of Tomorrow is still consistently a 13 episode season.
Yeah, but season 3 was like 20 episodes.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it took till season 3 to give it a full.
Downstairs, but
it took till season 3 to give it a full season.
On my iPad.
So it's just like season 2 of Black Lightning will probably be the same amount as season 1, just like Legends was.
Yeah.
It'll probably take a couple seasons for them to do the full length thing.
I thought Legends' first season was longer than 13 episodes, though. I thought it was like 18 or something like that.
No, it was like 12 or 13, I think. But,
season 1 was 16 episodes.
Oh. 16. Okay.
And then 2 was 17, and 3 was 18. So it goes up one each season.
Yeah. So they're probably going to do that with Black Lightning as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to bring Static Shock on this season because he has to train Jennifer.
Yeah.
And Jennifer basically has a lot of similar powers. Right. Although Static Shock is a little different, I think.
On season 3, episode 7 of Teen Titans Revolution.
Ooh. Yeah. Revolution. Which episode was that? I think they're all good, but
the Titans hold a forth each other.
Oh, it's that one with the British
Mad
guy.
Mod.
Yeah, Mad Mod. Ugh. Every episode with him creeps me out. I don't like him. But, yeah, so I think maybe Black Lightning might be the season 3 or 4 character. Especially since they have to work out the rights.
Right.
But, yeah, that, like, I'm a huge Static Shock fan. So when that happens, I'm gonna be ecstatic. But, like, I hope they bring, like, Static's friend.
Yeah, it probably won't happen maybe towards, like, the end of season 2 or season 3. Till that point.
Right. I don't think they're going to want to bring him on for season 3 since season 2 is going to be Jeff teaching Jennifer.
Right.
They don't want to do that again in the next season. I mean, they could, but it'd be the same storyline.
Right.
Just, slightly different since he's a guy and everything, but... Oops. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like... I mean, they might, but I think it'd be smarter to wait to season 4. But, yeah. Like, they might, like, mention him at school. Like, maybe they bring on this guy that's there, but they don't give him his powers until season 4.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Because he gets his powers because he's, for some weird, stupid reason, chasing some guys to the docks, and he gets some weird sludge spilt on him, and electrocuted at the same time.
Yeah.
So then he gets static powers.
Like, there are comics for Black Lightning, right?
I think so.
Okay. So they're probably going off those.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's comics of Black Lightning in particular, but he shows up in everybody else's storyline.
Yeah. It's almost like he's the Black Panther of the DC universe.
I don't know, maybe. Black Panther has his own story.
He does.
But
I mean, just for, like, the people to be able to relate to, because the majority of the cast is, so it helps people that embrace that and feel like they have somebody that they can look up to.
Yeah.
And it's a show for them, or it's a movie for them, so.
I mean, it's not specifically for them. But.
No, I know, but I mean, they feel like they have somebody that looks like them, that is, like, out there, that they can relate to.
Right, like Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel for us.
Right.
Right. But yeah. So, that's basically, what's, like, what we thought of this season.
Yeah, it was really great.
What might be happening in the future.
I, liked how they kind of brought everybody's... I like how they showed how they kind of learned about their powers and learned about everything.
I thought that maybe it was, the introduction to all the powers, it was maybe really quick. And I was like, why? You could have introduced Jennifer's powers next season.
Right.
And it could have been, a season-long story arc of her accepting herself.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been really interesting. But they chose to do it this season. And so that really, got to me, when I found out that was going to happen. Because I found out about Jennifer's powers before I watched it. And so I was like, why? That's going to be really rushed. You already have everyone being okay with Black Lightning coming back and him getting new getting not new abilities, but with his suit, with the upgrades that were done, he's experiencing the new upgrades and stuff and learning how to use that. And then his daughter, and then you have Anissa, who is learning her abilities, you have all that. And so why bring on Jennifer's abilities already? It just seemed too much. But the pacing of it was done really well.
It was.
And so I was really impressed with how they handled that.
And I didn't realize that the wife, I forgot her name.
Yeah.
Was the kind of doctor she was.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm sure they probably mentioned it in the first 5 episodes, but
yeah.
When I was watching these episodes, I'm like, oh.
So that's what she does.
She's
a geneticist.
Yeah. So she can actually find out how they got these and figure out.
I thought that was a little convenient.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're Black Lightning and you don't know how you got your powers and you don't know everything like that, well, why not marry someone who can figure it out?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is like Superman marrying Lois Lane. It's you're the strongest guy with the biggest secret.
Lynn, that's her name, Lynn Pierce.
Right. Why not marry someone who can figure it out? Because, journalist, she'll figure it out.
Oh, what'd you think of that one guy, that Lala guy?
Lala, I'm not...
He, takes them in, and they, get imprinted on his skin. So weird.
It reminds me of something.
I was like, he is weird.
That is, his abilities, I mean, it's not really, I don't even know how to.
You don't even know how to describe it.
Mm-mm. But I think it's weird how the chick that he killed is, flirting with him.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, dude, why?
Yeah.
Did you like him when you were alive? Because we did not see any aspect of you possibly liking him when you were alive.
Right.
So why now?
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That kind of bugged me. Why was the kiss necessary?
Mm-hmm.
And then, if she's a figment of his imagination, how the hell is there actual physical contact?
Right.
If you're gonna do something, do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And that bugged me.
Of course.
If that wasn't already obvious by the raise of voice and me then droning on about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like the fact that everyone he's killed will eventually come back to haunt him.
Yeah.
It will
that one
slowly
guy.
drive him crazy. That was his cousin.
Yeah.
But they'll eventually all everyone he's killed over his life.
That guy's ear off.
Yeah.
Ow.
I mean,
oh my god.
It could have been worse.
I know, but ow.
I mean, it could have been on Winona Earp when the guy pulled the guy's tongue out of his mouth and then stepped on it.
Oh.
If you can't hold your tongue, I will. And he just stood there and took it.
That's disgusting.
It was awesome. The blood just pooled.
I know, it was so
and
gross.
Just dripped down his. I was like, that's awesome.
Of course you would think that.
But you know, like, it could have been like that.
Yeah, I know. It was still bloody, though.
It was. But yeah. I'm confused as to how they brought him back, because he was legit dead.
He was.
So I'm confused as to how they brought him
It's
back
almost
to
like
life.
Emotep with, like, the Mummy Returns. Like, did they use a Book of the Dead or something and resurrect him? Were his parts preserved, like a mummy's, and he was just brought back to life?
I don't know. So, like, it confuses me how they brought him back.
Yeah.
But,
maybe they'll go more into that next season.
yeah, like...
If he's still part of it next season.
He will be.
He will be because Tobias, and he's, like, working with Tobias. So.
Yeah. He is Tobias's lapdog.
Yeah.
Because Tobias trained him.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the words now that he used. But, like, he has those words that, like, when he says those words, Lala has to do what he says.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's conditioning, and I was trying to think of that word.
Yeah.
But, like, he's conditioned Lala, and I think that that's pretty realistic,
Mm-hmm.
because Lala was missing for so long that it was believable that he could have been conditioned. But I thought he was dead.
Right.
So I'm like, how long in that time span was Lala dead, and how long of it was him being conditioned? And it seemed like Lala had no idea. So I'm like, if you didn't condition him, how is he conditioned? Sorry, guys. Hi, Dad. I'm not home right now. Love you. Bye. So. So, like, did they, like, how did they condition him when they brought him back if he has no idea that he was conditioned?
Right.
I'm so...
I don't know. We'll probably find more out next season. And they'll probably give us some information on what they're going to do next season at Comic-Con, too.
Yeah.
So we'll have that as well.
Yeah. I know I've already said this, but I think that if I continue talking, I'm going to repeat myself.
Yeah.
So,
it's a 47 minutes,
yeah.
so...
Thank you for sticking around for 50
Thank you.
minutes.
I hope we covered pretty much everything, because I keep thinking of more things, and I'm just like, but, you know.
Right, there's so much to cover, but...
There is.
We covered a lot.
We did.
So...
Yeah. What are we going to do for the thing?
We didn't take time to come up with a closing! Oh my gosh!
What do you think the closing for this should be?
Yes. Let's take your comments and, like, because, you know, we have Keep Believing in the Impossible.
Love yourself
and be happy.
What's the Legends one?
There's not one.
Oh. Supernatural, Carry On, My Wayward Son.
Yeah.
So.
Once Upon a Time was Be Careful, Dearie, because magic always comes with a price.
Sadness.
Tears that it's over.
But
also
happy that it's over.
Yells of victory that it's finally done.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, so, and
it's going to be coming on Thursdays in the fall instead of Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be on after Supernatural at 9 on Thursday.
Yeah. And
which probably means that I'll be more likely to watch it than if it was on Tuesdays. Because Tuesdays is always the night, especially in the fall, when I have like 5 shows on at the same time. And I can only watch like 1. So, you know, it's nice that it'll be moving to a different day, so I'll actually probably have more time to watch it.
Mm-hmm. We do have the season finale of Supergirl coming out this Monday.
Yes.
We will not be doing a live stream for that, but you can watch the review on Tuesday when it's finally posted, because it takes forever.
It does.
It
does.
But yeah, we're not going to be reviewing this weekly.
No, but we will watch it.
Yes. so we can talk to you about it.
Maybe we'll do every other with this too.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll
It depends on the course load that she
Yeah,
has for
we'll
school.
think about it.
And when I get a new job, like, it depends on the schedule and everything
Yeah.
like that. So,
But I mean, I'm just thinking that, like, in terms of just, like, the shows I watch, it's a better night to be on.
yeah.
Because when it was on this season, it was Tuesdays, and it was right after The Flash, and there was, like, 2 other things on at 9 p.m., and I'm just like, ah!
Yeah.
And then we would review The Flash right after, so I could never, like, always watch it.
So you had 3 things to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, that's basically what you guys have to look forward to within the next week.
Mhm.
And,
And
next
once
season-
I finish season 1 of Winona, we'll review that.
Yeah.
Because I still have, like, 10 episodes to watch for season 1.
And then we'll review season 2 when we've watched that.
So, because I'm on episode 4 and there's 13 episodes. So,
Mhm.
I'll be done hopefully soon.
Yeah, and then so we'll be doing weekly reviews for season 3 when that comes out
Yes.
on
July 20th.
Yeah.
Which is a Friday. It'll be on at 9 on Fridays on Sci-Fi.
Yeah. I
So,
guess.
yeah. Until next
Until
time.
next
Bye.
Bye. Rave it out.